Participants ran in the first ever 5K Tiger Run. The race, sponsored by Delta Sigma Pi Business Fraternity, included 10 obstacles and had over 100 competitors. Can you tell us exactly what is the Tiger Race and what's the point of this?
The Tiger Race is a 5K with 10 obstacles. I thought of it early in spring quarter because here on campus we have a lot of things where we'll have a 5K run or we'll have something as awesome as mud tug, but people don't generally think to bring it together. So we wanted to offer something new to RIT students, something that will give them something to work for, something that will cause them to have to work as a team, and something that will basically test them both physically and mentally.
Why did you decide to participate in the race today?
This whole summer when I was on co-op, I was just running just to get in shape. And people were asking me, like, why are you running so much for? And I was like, I don't know. And then I come back to school, and then I hear about this Tiger Race. So I was like, why not? To have this at the school, it was great. So it just fit perfectly, like destiny and whatnot.
What did you do to train for this intense race today?
Well, I will tell you, in fact, every shower I have taken in the last 3 weeks has been as cold as I could possibly make it because I knew there was going to be an ice bath. And I just ran a lot. I don't usually run. I'm usually in the gym doing cardio, but like I made a concerted effort to run instead.
And how did you come up with the ideas for these obstacles?
I am a huge obstacle course fanatic, and I've done things similar to this but kind of on a higher level, like a Spartan race or a Tough Mudder. Those are generally a lot more expensive as well. I went to one of them in June, and that's really how I was like, oh, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this. And I kind of took ideas from different people, made our own, and to make it ultimately work out.
Can you tell us about each obstacle individually and why you decided to choose that?
The first obstacle was a transverse scale, so contestants had to climb across a transverse wall, basically 2 feet up and just go across. The following one was Arctic restraint. They had to get into a dumpster filled with ice water. And then their last one, their like final hurrah, was they had to flip tractor tires back and forth. So every obstacle kind of tested a different part of your body. Like I said, some tested mentally, some tested physically, some did both. So each obstacle, I think, was a pretty good success.
What were you expecting out of the Tiger Race, and how did the result meet or exceed your expectations?
I expected it to be awesome. I expected it to be really intense, and I expected people to come back looking disgusting, which is awesome, which is what they did. As far as results, I mean, people came back muddy, people came back happy, people came back feeling like it was good for our first event, and it's definitely something that will be improved on, and we are going to work, we already started talking about how we're going to make it better.